Hey guys, how's it going? Moxman here. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Pause. Your stuff will be in the mail by Wednesday. So a couple days I'll have everything finished up. Boom, it'll go. But that's not what we're here today, guys. Today we are here to talk about a top 10. That's right, not 5. Top 5, no. Top 10. I'm going to give you reasons why I've chosen this top 10, because sometimes life is all about a top 10. And it came to me this weekend. I was thinking about some stuff. I was talking with some friends. We had a few debates going on. I'm sure you guys can debate this with me. But our debate went to the top 10 Magic the Gathering sets and how you determine which top 10 it is. I'm sure this has been done somewhere, but I've never seen it, so I'm doing it myself. I went and I thought this weekend about which top 10 I would choose. Which sets to me are the number one standout sets and why? So when I thought about it, I thought, well, what's my criteria? Am I going for artwork, for story, for flavor? Because I love flavor text, power level of the cards. And I said, all of that can be subjective. I mean, power cards, yeah, you can determine, for the time they were powerful or weak. But when you mix in with all the sets nowadays, a lot of these cards seem weak. We've already gone over that stuff. So I went with a combo. I said, what sets do I remember fondly? Regardless of the set, which sets do I remember playing with a lot, enjoying and remembering, and I remember them well. So that means it's stuck in my brain that was an awesome set. I loved it. It was thumbs up. So, without further ado, here is the top 10 Magic the Gathering sets ever, brought to you by Moxman. And if you're new to the channel, there's a reason why they call me Moxman. Watch the old videos. You'll figure it out. Okay, guys, this is what I chose. Number 10, because you always go front to back and all that. New Phyrexia. I love this set. I remember playing with it. I remember everything from seeing Karn to the story behind it. It was amazing, guys. I remember playing the pre-release. I remember cracking the packs and go, oh my god, 0 casting cost stuff. Pay 2 life. It was an amazing set. And it reminded me that I wanted to buy more. See? Not every card was awesome, but it reminded me, man, I want to go back to the store and get more packs, man. I'm going to crack this stuff. I want to pick up a couple of these cards. I want to have a few things on the side. Number 10. Number 9. Now, this was a little unfair, but I had to pick it, and please understand, I'm going to explain why, but it's not an expansion pack. It is revised. Okay? Now, I would have said Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, Revised, whatever, but it's the core set, the first one, the Unlimited series, Revised. Guys, it was amazing. That's what I cracked for my whole first year, right, before I saw any expansions. So, everything from building my first decks with multi-lands. Remember, I was new. So, I looked at that and I said, oh my god, Savannah Lions, Armor, Sarah Angel. First taste of Sarah. Right? Demonic Hordes. Lord of the Pit. These cards as a core set, Guardian Angel, prevent X damage. It was cool, guys. And COP. Don't see COPs anymore, do you? No, they drag the game out too much, so they don't do them a lot. I would love to see COP come back, just to see the effect it would have on the game. But that was revised, and it was amazing, guys. That's why they printed it for so long. And it sticks with me even to this day. So, number 9, revised. Of course, it has multiple stories kind of about Dominaria, but awesome. Okay, number 8, I'm sorry. I have to mention this. I'm so sorry, guys. There's nothing I can do about it, but it's going to happen. Boom. Fallen Empires. When Fallen Empires came out, we were so excited. And the packs were cheap, so we were just cracking pack after pack after pack. And back then, you couldn't just look up the sets, because you had to wait for Inquest or Scry magazines to come out. There's no internet. So you just kept cracking packs, hoping for different cards and new cards. And, oh man, okay, Wall of Kelp, High Tide, Hominids, Merfolk, Hymn to Turok, Thralls. Thralls were a thing, guys. Goblin Grenade. Right? It just, the set sucked when you look back on it, but at the time, we were like, oh, you can mix this card here, mix this card here, this is awesome! So, I gotta say, Fallen Empires, man. Alright, Without further ado, number 7, we're following through with Zendikar, the original Zendikar. Battle for Zendikar did not cut the list, either did Oath the Gatewatch, but Zendikar. I'm sorry, guys, when you see that story, and you follow through, you see these giant Eldrazi monstrosities that were trapped on the planet, and they're coming forward and wiping everyone out. Mana Ley Lines getting confused. Emrakul, Kozilek, what was it? The Butcher of Truth, right? Guys, it was amazing. And, I mean, Emrakul was a game-ending card. You're like, oh my god, if I can ramp out the mana and get him out, he takes an extra turn. Annihilator 6. And that's why they don't bring back Annihilator. This wizard sucks. That was a great card concept, and you better deal with it. And you better deal with it fast, or you are foobarred. That's right, I said it, I'm sorry. But it was true. I remember the first time I looked at that card, I was like, this is me looking at the card, right? I was freaking out. So Zendikar, guys, it definitely makes the top 10. It's number 7. Okay, number 6, War of the Spark. It's a finale of Nicol Bolas, guys, going all the way back to Legends. When he first made a card, like, come on, we have to respect the fact that War of the Spark made everyone jump to Magic. We have Planeswalkers coming out of the Yin Yang. Supposedly, we are represented as the Wanderer, and we saw multiple Planeswalkers doing multiple powers with passive abilities, static abilities, they called it, minusing powers. And I still say right now, Ugin and them are underrated. Mr. T's awesome. It's amazing. So that is definitely why War of the Spark. I mean, come on. That story, like, I still read the book. My kid still reads the book. That is why War of the Spark is number 6. Number 5, Dominaria. I had not been as excited than to see Richard Garfield take a hand in creating Magic set again and bringing us Dominaria. Mox Amber is in Dominaria. Okay? Dominaria is amazing for so many reasons. All the legendary creatures, all the card flavor text, everything coming back. New Benalia, like, come on. And by the way, you notice that Thalids are still alive there, eh? And they're basically untouchable. So I'd love to see some evolved Thalids to see what they've become, because the Thralls are still alive on Dominaria, and so are the Thalids. I'd love to see some with those wizards just to say. But in Dominaria, when they brought back everything from the Weatherlight to the Planeswalkers, like, come on, we got Teferi coming back out. We got Karn, Scion of Urza, you know? It was amazing to see them all come back. So anyway, that is why I am choosing Dominaria for number 5. Number 4, Antiquities. Urza Mishra War. Some of the most iconic cards in Magic come from this set. From Candelabra to Thanos, to Mightstone, Weakstone, the whole story behind it with each brother taking a half. And then, of course, we know what happens, right? Mishra goes and becomes part of Phyrexia, right? And then you got Urza, who becomes the Planeswalker that stops him, and the whole battle in between during the Urza Mishra Wars. But it all starts with Antiquities, and it all leads off there. Everything to an Argivian archaeologist having shoelaces in the photo, showing that kind of artwork back in the day, to Colossus of Sardia, to Battering Ram, to Battle Gear, Mishra's Workshop, Mishra's Toy Workshop. They all come from watching Antiquities. Antiquities was an amazing set. It is topping out at number 4. Number 3 is brought to you by Ice Age. Who could not go back to the 90s and remember when Dominaria froze and the Ice Age came? And we had all kinds of, honestly, reborn crawworms that were like ice worms and stuff. But we had the first attempt at fetch lands. We had amazing flavor text for the story. But we followed that through with cards like Jester's Cap, Jester's Mask. Very iconic cards for that era. Snow-covered lands originally. You had to have snow-covered lands to cast certain things. Baldarian Outpost. There is reserve list cards there. It's not a very expensive set. But the story was iconic, and it followed through the years. They still reference the cards now. That tells you something. People like me, people like you guys out there, we remember this set, which is why that is definitely why it is number 3. Oh my god. Number 2. Urza Saga. Okay, and this is following up the Urza Mishra Wars guys from Antiquities. but they just went so much further to explain all the creature concepts and all the cards coming back from it. And it was a time in Magic when they were trying some heavy artifact decks. And come on, I mean, some of the reserve list cards came from those three sets, right? But it was an amazing time. And they went further in depth than they did with Antiquities. So for that reason alone, it is number 2. Now, number 1. If I had a drum, I would drum roll it, but I don't have it. So number 1 is the first set that just made me go, Legends. It was a massive set. It was amazing. We had the Elder Dragons, which had massive upkeeps. We had Underworld Dreams. We had Falling Star, which was a flip card. We had all kinds of individual legendary creatures like Gwendolyn de Courcy, Stang. I mean, there's so many guys. Willow Satire. There were so many guys that the set was huge, and they don't do sets like that, and I wish they did. I wish they went a little crazy once in a while and had some cards that are going to need to be banned or put out of print quickly, right? They just don't do it often enough. Wizards could take some tips from that set, make a large set like that without too many, what do you call it, the chaff cards, the crap cards in there. I got that from that Magic Historian guy. Don't put the crap in. You have to have some cards that fit with the set, but just random cards sometimes are okay. It doesn't have to be formulated for every little thing. Legends had so many standout combinations you could do with all these legendary creatures, these amazing things they could do, from taking over creatures, taking control of stuff, blowing things up, that it was amazing, guys. And that was my number 1 pick. Honorable mention goes to Arabian Nights. Now, Arabian Nights follows Earth mythos. It's the only set that did it. It has some of the most iconic cards in the set, but I couldn't really choose it because the story itself was weak because it's following Earth's mythos of the set, which is the only reason why I didn't make it in the top 10. I'm following what Magic does in its own history, not what we did here on Earth with, like, Ali of Cairo, Sinbad. It's just saying, it didn't quite make it. So that is my top 10, and that's the reason why I chose my top 10. I hope you enjoyed the video today. I hope you have some good comments for me in the bottom. Let me know what your top 10 is. Let me see it right in the comment section. Boom, boom, boom. Top 10, baby. And let me know why. Tomorrow, I'm going to tune you guys into, of course, the top 10 Magic cards of all time, brought to you by Moxman. Have a great one, guys. See you soon.